In this video, we're going to be replacing the rear caliper on the driver's side of this 2011 Honda Odyssey. All right, with a 22mm socket, we're going to take off our rear wheel. Okay, we're going to remove our caliper. We have two bolts. They're going to be 12mm. Take those out now. Now from here, we're going to remove our caliper. What I like to do is use a flathead screwdriver, a small pry bar, and just pull my caliper back evenly, top and bottom. Just work it off of the pads. And in the rear of the vehicle, we're not going to hang this caliper out of the way. What we're going to do is just take it and rotate it up. And now we can remove our brake pads. Again, we're just going to pull them from either the top or the bottom away from the rotor, rotate them out. Now we have two 17mm caliper bracket bolts. We have a 17mm socket on a breaker bar. Now, something to take note of is that there are two washers between the knuckle and the caliper bracket. If those drop out, you want to relocate them and put them back into position. When you put your bracket back in, just be aware that they may fall out. And we can remove our caliper bracket. Our two washers stayed into position. You can just barely see the edge of it here. Okay, so our new caliper is going to come fully set up with our new banjo bolt and two crush washers. So what we're going to do first, actually going to leave our banjo bolt in. We're going to hide that hole just for a minute, as best we can. We're going to disassemble our bracket. The reason for leaving this is we don't want any debris to fall in there while we're working. We'll take our two caliper bolts out, separate our caliper from our bracket. We're going to pull our pins. We're going to take note to see if there's a difference in the pins, top A and bottom. There's no visible difference here. We're going to pull our boot back, pull our pin out. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Now what we're going to do here is just put a touch more grease on this pin, just around where the boot seats up to. We're going to reinstall our pin. Push it all the way in to get the boot to seat back over the lip. Come back with a rag or your finger and clean up any residue there. Do the same thing on the other one. All right, now what we can do is grease up where our hardware is going to sit. We're going to press our hardware into place. And then we're going to come back with a rag and clean up the center that may touch the rotor. And come back and clean the center again on this side. So now we can put our bracket on. So we're just going to snug these up, top and bottom, just like that. Put our old caliper onto the new bracket. We're going to thread our bolts lightly in. And just snugging these up as well. And we just need these to be tight enough for us to disconnect our brake hose line. Okay, what we're going to do is remove the brake hose line from our old caliper and put it directly into our new caliper. This is how we're going to set it up. It's going to be your banjo bolt, one crush washer, then your brake hose, then one more crush washer in your caliper. So we're going to take this out and get it ready. We're going to remove our brake line. At this point, you will have brake fluid coming out of this line, so make sure you have some kind of spill protection down. All right, so what we're going to do is take out our old banjo bolt and our old crush washer, set that aside, and very carefully, without putting any damage or dings into the brake line, remove our brake line. We just need a little help here because ours is pretty well stuck. All right, so now we can put our pads on. Our two pad clips. At this point, you may have to keep a little pressure on your pads to keep them in. And our new caliper will slide right over our pads and right up to our caliper pins. We can put our two bolts back in. Okay, now that we know our caliper is not going to go anywhere, let's reattach our brake hose. All right, so with our banjo bolt, our crush washer, our brake hose, and the final banjo bolt, we can start to thread this into our new caliper. And now we can tighten up our brake line. Again, we'll come back and torque everything down. Just snugged up to the point where it'll stop leaking. All right, so we can now snug up our caliper bolts. While we're doing this, we're keeping an eye that this pin is locking into position here, allowing us to tighten the bolt. And we'll just snug it up. We'll do the top, and we'll come back and torque everything down. Okay, so our caliper bolts are going to be 25 foot-pounds. And our banjo bolt is 26 foot-pounds. And our caliper bracket bolts, we're going to torque those down to 65 foot-pounds. I'm going to pump the brakes 3 or 4 times all the way to the floor as best we can. Now we'll go to the back of the vehicle and bleed the brakes. Now with a 10mm socket, we'll go ahead and crack the bleeder screw. We're going to look for a flow of brake fluid. What I like to do now is hit the area with brake clean, dry it up. That way when you're done, you can see if you have any leaks. From here, you can install your bleeder screw cap. All right, now with the vehicle on the ground, we're going to torque our lug nuts to 94 foot-pounds. We're going to use a 22mm socket. We're going to go in a crisscross pattern.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.